Y'all, I swear to Pete, I keep making the same mistake over and over. When I go grocery shopping for my holiday meals, I so want to make sure I have enough that I usually overbuy. And I did that again this year. I've got enough cans of pumpkin in my pantry to choke a horse. So I immediately want to find a way to start using that pumpkin. And I'm doing that through a recipe called a pumpkin bar, and it's so good. And we're going to start with 1 2/3 cup of sugar and 1 15-ounce can of pumpkin. And now this is straight pumpkin. It's not a pumpkin pie filling. And then we're going to add a cup of oil. And then we're just going to cream this together. And I think you're just going to love this recipe. This is a recipe that was shared with me from a friend named Patty Ronning. All right, now I've got this creamed up. Now we're going to add 1 egg at the time. I'm going to turn this up a little bit. I don't want to sling it all over myself though. All right, and then goes the last egg. All right, so we're gonna just let that sit right there. So let's move down here and mix up our dry ingredients for our pumpkin bars. I've got 2 cups of all-purpose flour, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, 2 teaspoons of ground cinnamon, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, and 1 teaspoon of salt. And we're just gonna mix those dry ingredients together. And then we're gonna move back down here and we're gonna put them into our pumpkin mixture. We're gonna be frosting this with a cream cheese icing that's very, very, very much like the icing that you would put on a carrot cake. We'll give that a little speed, turn him up some. We're just gonna pour this in here, and then I've sprayed this pan so they won't stick. The oven's been preheated to 350, and we're gonna bake it for about 30 minutes. My mouth is already watering because I know what this is gonna taste like. We're gonna let it bake for 30 minutes, then I'm gonna take it out of the oven and we're gonna let it cool because we can't put our frosting on the bars while they're hot. So in the oven it goes. And I've got one back here that's cooled and waiting on us. And see how pretty that looks. All right, so let's move on down to this end and put all of our frosting ingredients together. I've got 1 stick of butter and 1 8-ounce package of cream cheese softened to room temperature. I've got 2 teaspoons of vanilla flavoring. And then I've got 2 cups of powdered sugar that I'm just gonna run through the sifter. Powdered sugar is pretty good. It's not nearly that lumpy. You can see everything went through except for a few of the beads. Well, that was pretty good. So let's move back down here with our mixer. We'll take the dirty beaters out and put in some clean ones. And we're just going to mix all those ingredients until they're smooth. All right. So Patty tells us to cut our bars into rectangular shapes, about like this. And then Patty says to remove them and frost them with your icing. Look at that. It is so moist. I mean, it's like it's wanting to come apart in my hand. Since you've cut them, you could cut them even smaller and almost make them like a petit four. I don't think these are going to be around for very long because while they're not hot, they're still just a little bit warm. Michael Groover is going to be on these like white on rice. He'll have them gone before I can turn around. Y'all, I got to run out of here for a couple of minutes. And I can't stand it. I got to taste it. So good.
Hey y'all, it's Paula Deen. Now, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like it and click the subscribe button as well as the notification bell to be alerted when I post a video. Love and best dishes, y'all.